What is going on, everybody? Brickbuilder here, and welcome to a brand new episode of iCraft SMP, a Minecraft 1.12 survival multiplayer server. We're gonna grab a bunch of grass blocks because we're starting a brand new project today, and we're doing that because I recently said we're coming back to the series, of course, and I decided that I needed some new projects to work on so episodes I don't get burned out from doing episodes again, because that's what happened the first time, basically. So we're starting a new project over here, you can see. Essentially, I thought, summer's coming out, summer's starting, and, summer's a good time of the year, and, I don't know, I've always had this crazy fantasy that, one summer I'll, go to some, private island, you know what I mean, like some private tropical island, like, everybody has that fantasy, or something along those lines, but it's not a thing most people ever get to experience, and I don't know if I'll ever experience it myself. I don't really know, to be honest, but what I do know is I can build a tropical island in Minecraft. So, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to create a tropical island type scenario in Minecraft right by spawn. And why are we doing it right by spawn? Because I think that it'll be like a cool extension to spawn. And I think we're gonna make this place really nice so people will have something good to look at and all like that. But of course, we do have to kind of get the framework all laid out, which is what we're doing in today's episode. There won't be a completion of this thing today, but I did kind of plan out these mountains on here, because obviously we can't make this place be flat. So I did sort of plan out the mountains and kind of how I want them to look. Of course, we may modify them a bit once we actually see, but I just built them with cobblestone instead of building them with the actual dirt, because I didn't have a lot of dirt at the time. But now I went and I harvested a bunch. But yeah, let's get right on into it, guys. So if you do enjoy, like and subscribe. But yes, we are starting the private island build. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to call our private island, but of course it's going to need a name. So we're going to need to come up with a name. So if you guys have any really cool names, let me know. I usually go for names that are somehow related lore-wise. So something in a word in a different language or something could be cool. Things like that. You can get that from Google Translating. So if you don't speak any other languages, you can just Google Translate a word and try to find a cool one. But I like to use words from different languages to name my builds. It's just a cool way to learn a new word and learn a new thing and all that good stuff. So okay, let's see how this mountain looks here. I think that looks pretty good. Once, of course, all the grass is spread and all look better. Also, this here is clearly not going to stay. This is going to become a bridge type situation. It's just not a bridge yet because I didn't want to build the bridge before the island was done, because I don't fully have what block palette we're going to be using for that. Now, over here, this is the bigger the hills that we have to build now and cover up. We also figured I'd use cobblestone so that way the cobble could be hollow and we don't waste a ton of dirt on these hills, you know what I mean? If we can keep these things hollow, that's good. Because since we are kind of building this little private island, and yes, I know it's not this massive thing, but you'll see how this project is going to take us a bit, and it'll be worth it in the end. Of course, I do need suggestions for what I should actually put on my private island. In addition to the name, we need to know what kind of stuff we want on our private island. What do we need? Obviously, we need some form of residence. You know what I mean? We're gonna need some stuff like that. We just gotta make a cool looking thing on here, I guess, to make this worth a vacation. Because obviously that's the goal, summer, when summer ends, I don't know, not everybody does this, but a lot of people go on, summer vacations. And I don't know, I've always had the fantasy of, hey, well, maybe one year I'll go on a private island. I don't think I ever will. It's kind of a far-fetched, crazy dream, and I just don't know if I'll ever obtain it. But I mean, it's cool to think about, and, if it ever was to happen, I think I'd be very thankful for the opportunity and stuff. But we're gonna build it in Minecraft because, that's a good way to get motivation to build it, you know what I mean? Whenever, something correlates to something else, it always keeps my motivation going longer. So let's do that. We're gonna need to figure out lighting on the island, because I don't want mobs to spawn on this island as well. At all, pretty much, just because that'll be a scenario I don't really want to have to deal with. I want my island to be safe. And although it's going to be a private island, there is going to be a bridge to it, so I mean, I don't know how private, if that makes sense, it's really going to be. But we'll see. We will see. Alright, so let's see how this hill looks. Does that hill look pretty good? I think it does. See, little mobs like this is exactly what I was trying to avoid and what we are going to be trying to avoid. But we will figure it out. And in no time, we will no longer have to worry about this. Let me make sure my brightness. There we go. We can actually make this place nice and bright for now with torches. We will, of course, have to swap these over to like a much better form of lighting, because I'm not just gonna torch my private island. I feel like that kind of ruins the aesthetic of it, if that makes sense. But for now, where the priority is to get the least amount of mobs spawning on here, we kind of need this as much as we can get it, pretty much. I don't know if we're even gonna have enough torches. We should do just about enough, if anything. But we need to minimize the amount of mobs that spawn on here as best we can, because I just don't want to have to deal with mobs, basically, while we're building, while we're working on this stuff. I mean, nobody ever wants to deal with mobs, you know what I mean? They're just an inconvenience when you're building. So we got that. So far, it's looking pretty good. And yes, I do know it cuts really close over here to this. And I was originally thinking that maybe this shouldn't be a jumping place. I'm still contemplating whether it should or not. But I don't really know. Like, maybe we could tear this back a bit, and then it's no longer... Well, actually, you can still jump. If I tear that back a little bit more, can you still jump? Only to that block. If I tear that away, now you can, right? But I thought it might be cool if you can actually jump across, you know what I mean, type thing, if that makes sense. We can do that, and then we can throw this block here. But, yeah, actually, I like this better when it was like that. Yeah, let's go for that. I think that looks pretty good. It'll work. I just didn't like that you could jump across that, although you still can. What? Oh, well, I mean, obviously if you, like, sprint jump, but, I mean, that's whatever. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, it looks fine. It works. It's good. I'm not even gonna complain. I think the shape of this place is pretty good, which... Let me show you the shape of it. I went for like a free-flowing design, and I wanted to make sure this thing wasn't just like a regular circle or anything, because, you know, islands can be like random sporadic shapes, so I wanted to make sure that's exactly what this island was. So let's get up a little bit so you guys can actually see the shape I went for. Here we go. This is the shape I went for. It's pretty good. I like it. It's very sporadic and just kind of all over the place. It's kind of like a long extended circle, almost like an oval, if that makes sense, but it's more destroyed around the edges, a little rough around the edges. I kind of like that. I mean, obviously there's a factor of we're playing Minecraft, so blocks, you know, make it so it has to look like that, but I feel like with different things such as like this popping out, etc., a little, you know, different things like that, I think it definitely helps with actually, you know, like extending stuff. As far as this bridge goes, the bridge is going to be 3 blocks wide, so I want to go ahead and throw some cobblestone here, just to symbolize like that this is going to be a bridge. And I don't think the bridge is going to be on this level. I'm pretty sure we're going to try to like raise the bridge type thing, if that makes sense. We might even task another iCrafter to help us with this. We'll see. I feel like I can handle it, but it might be fun to try to build it with someone else. Because I don't know if you guys ever saw this on video or not, but me and Iandis, she's another member on the server, guys. Hashtag best neighbor Iandis, when she was my neighbor, but then she left me. But that's besides the point. That's a little inside like lore. If you haven't watched the rest of the series, you won't know what I'm talking about. But if we go over here, which yeah, I know this is a bit of a distance, so a bit of a walk, we have to show it off. Me and Iandis off camera, we built a bridge a while back. Like, I think it was like a month or 2 ago, probably, maybe even more. We built this here, we didn't actually touch, but once we got to here, this is our bridge we built. So we built this bridge that goes over to this thing here, which was supposed to be my base originally. Now it's more of like a broken temple and kind of a mementos place. And then over down here we have this little cave thing. I thought it was pretty cool, but that's just our tiny little thing that we worked on. So I feel like if I could build a bridge like this, I could definitely build a bridge that I'm looking for over at my private island without much challenge, if that makes sense. So we'll see. But again, I need to know what block palette. That's the big thing I'm stuck on right now, is block palette. Like, what block palette do I go for? And all that stuff is something that I really need to figure out, just because I don't really know at all. Like, I don't flipping know. I just don't know, man, what kind of block palette I should go for. You know what I mean? There's so many different options. I just don't know what to choose. So I need you guys to help. So comment down below with what you think I should do. Also, we're going to swap this for cobble, just to show this is the bridge, not part of the island. Just for, like, my little brain's sake, if that makes sense. Can we get up? We cannot. Seriously, it's a pearl. Up, come on. I mean, on the bright side, we have so many pearls. It's not a big deal. Literally. But let's go ahead and throw this here just for, like, a brain's sake. Because I don't know, ever since I built my town over there, I've gotten used to just planning my Minecraft builds out a lot more. Like, I used to just run and gun stuff. it's not nearly as successful as when you plan it. So that's why we're doing a bit more planning with like most of my projects now. Now, as far as like locations of stuff, I would say the big place we can put stuff is up here. We're not really gonna have a lot of space to put stuff unless we were to tear down this top and make this flat, which of course we can do if we want to put something on the hill. We have like all this land here that loops around to like there, so we can do some interesting shapes if we want to. Like we can even do like a U-shaped thing where like it comes down here, loops around and loops around or something. I don't really know. You guys have to let me know, like, should a U-shaped mansion be what we build? Like, what should be on our private island? You have to let me know. I also need to know if you have any name suggestions, because I just don't have a name idea in mind. So let me know what you have in mind. Also, I'm gonna totally change that. I feel like that would be better, just so you don't have to worry about the little dark hole that you get. I feel like that would look better, and I feel like it makes more sense. And I don't think anybody will mind. But if they do, of course, we can always fix it. There we go. No. Place properly. So I'm not looking for that. Not that one. But you know what? Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at placing stairs. Why are stairs like the most hard block in Minecraft to place? Can they just fix the way the stair mechanics work? That'd be really, really nice. Really, really helpful. There we go. Dang it, it got screwed up. I don't know why it's connecting, but wait, that's why there was a stair there, so it wouldn't connect. I'm a dum-dum. That makes a lot of sense. That was there so those wouldn't connect. Ouch. But that is gonna do for today's little iCraft episode. I just figured I'd let you guys know the episodes are going to get longer, but I also want to know how long you want to see these episodes. Should they be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 30, 40? How long do you want iCraft episodes to be? Let me know down in the comment section down below, but I'll see you guys in another iCraft video. Thank you so much for watching.